Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're hopping into the new arena that has released over here on the global side of the game and taking on the new arena young Shinobu. So in today's video, I do have 4 teams for you guys. They are a little bit late, so I do apologize, but for you guys that were looking for a team, hopefully you guys saw my community post and hit the link for the team that I did use when this particular content released on Japan. But in today's video, I do have 4 teams for you guys, utilizing Bonney, utilizing not Bonney, and not using any of the new rare recruits as well. So, let's take a quick look at what the Shinobu actually does. So, Shinobu removes all beneficial effects placed on the crew, but reduces bind and paralysis by 3 turns. She then deals 200 times character's attack and strength damage to all enemies at the end of 3 turns, and boosts the crew's attack by 1.75. If the crew's HP is 41% or above, when the special is launched, she'll cut 40% of the crew's maximum HP and reduce her own special charge by 7 turns. So, basically what that means is she does a little bit of a HP cut to herself, but she gains basically back her whole entire special. Once you do max her out, she does go down to something like, I think it's something like 11 or 12 turns. So once you guys farm up all of her crystals, once you guys farm up all of her manuals and stuff like that, she's a very, very good unit. She's a very unique unit, and she works really well with something like the new legend kid that will be coming out with the Onigashima trio. But like I said, I do have 4 teams for you guys in today's video. Make sure to smash the like button if you're enjoying today's video. Hit that big red subscribe button if you're new as well. And let's hop into the content. Alright, so the first team is utilizing my boy Shanks' crew with a friend Roger. So this is the team. These are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so we're over here on stage 3, and on stage 3 we come up against Ryoiin. Now the beautiful thing about this particular team is it actually doesn't utilize a friend captain Bonney, and none of the teams that you will see in today's video actually use any of the new batch. If you guys are missing something like Verse Big Mom, you can always replace her with a solid orb booster. I would highly recommend making sure that that character is int, but she is replaceable if need be. The Liberal Hind is another essential part of this particular team as well, so make sure you have your Liberal Hind special maxed before you hit the final stage. On stage 4 we come up against Kinemon. Now, against Kinemon, he's actually going to put up 3 turns of damage reduction, 3 turns of defense up, and give us 4 turns of bind on our middle row. He also gives us 3 turns of Sailor Despair as well. So this is where Iron is an absolute god. Now, Iron is pretty much the only character, as far as I know, that can remove bind, defense up, and damage reduction. So if you have double special activation on your Iron, make sure to bring her. It's just going to make your life so much easier. We're then going to use the Roger special. Roger's going to give us a 3 times attack boost. Then we're going to use the special of our Doflamingo to extend that attack boost by 2 turns. And then we're going to use the special of Big Mom. With the support of Law on Big Mom, we can actually get a orb boost for this particular stage as well. Now, I was under the impression that you couldn't use an attack boost on the final stage, but I actually think that you can. So, that's why I actually did this Dofi trick. But if you can actually use an attack boost on the final stage, you can easily just replace Dofi with, like, anyone else that can give you an orb boost. As long as they're int, you should be fine. Once you hit the final stage against Shinobu, she gives us 3 turns of paralysis, 5 turns of attack down, and she special binds our crew. So the beautiful thing about using Shanks' crew is Shanks' crew gets around the special bind. The Liberal Hind's going to give us cooldowns because she rolls our specials back by 2 turns, which goes down to 1 after preemptive. And the beautiful thing about using the Liberal Hind is it gives our Psy characters cooldown. We can then use our Shanks' crew special to give ourselves a 3.5 times chain lock. We have the 3 times attack boost carryover from Roger. We also have the orb boost carryover from Big Mom. And then we can actually get a full board of orbs with the super typing of our Roger, as we do have Shanks on our team as well. With Chopper, he can basically remove all of the paralysis and the attack down and all that sort of stuff. And with that, we can take out Shinobu easy peasy. So that was the team without Bonney, without any of the new batch. Let's move on to the next team now. Alright, so the second team of the video is utilizing a Halloween Mihawk hybrid with the new legend Bonney. So this is the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so once again we're over here on stage 3 against Ryoiin. Now something to note about this particular content as well, we actually get a new debuff we haven't seen on global, and what that actually does is it actually allows us to get block orbs on our regular rotation of orbs. On stage 3 we come up against Ryoiin. Now against Ryoiin, he gives us a full board of orb seal for 6 turns, but with limit break you can actually get around that. Now on this particular team I am using Kid. Now Kid is literally just here to make the run a little bit faster. He's not really essential, but he is nice to have, as you can use him to remove the defense up on this Kinemon stage, but you just mainly want him for his cooldowns really. On the 4th stage, when we come up against Kinemon, though, he has 3 turns of damage reduction, defense up, gives us 4 turns of blind, and gives us Sailor Despair. Now, that Corazon special you saw there, it's not essential at all, like, not even a little bit. I just, like, was building this team. This was the first team I actually built, and, it managed to do it, like, ridiculously easy. So, that Corazon support is just something that I just sort of muscle memory go to. On this stage against Kinemon, we are going to use the Mihawk special as well as the Law special. That way we can get an attack buff, we can get an orb boost, and we can get both of those really nice carryover effects that the Halloween Slashers can provide. Because the Halloween Slashers have orb seal reduction as their limit breaks as well, you can actually get yourself some matching orbs there. Same with the free-to-play Croc, the Halloween Croc. On the final stage against Shinobu now, Shinobu is going to do her ninja things, where she throws a whole bunch of kunai, and looking sexy as hell, young Shinobu, gotta say. But she gives us 3 turns of paralysis, which we can remove with Mihawk. She gives us 5 turns of attack down, full border unfavorable or block orbs, as well as special binding our crew and rolling our specials back. So with the super typing of Bonney, we can give her herself cooldowns. We can then use the Bonney special to give everyone else cooldowns, remove the slot binds, remove all those nasty defects, and because we have those carryover effects, we can easily take out Shinobu, no problems. Croc gives us color affinity. Bonney gives us a chain lock as well. This team has so much goddamn damage that even though there is a perfect barrier, you guys will be absolutely fine as 3 units do have barrier pen as well. So that was the Halloween Slasher team with Mihawk and a hybrid option of Bonney. Let's move on to the next team now. Alright, so for the next team, we're actually utilizing a hybrid Big Mom and Bonney team, the Recovery Queens. And this particular team doesn't actually use Iron. So this is the team, these are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so once again, we're over here on stage 3 against Ryoiin. Now, the thing about this particular team, there are a couple of replacements that are very easy to do. So, Pudding is literally just here to make the run a little bit quicker. For this particular run, though, I actually got the interrupt of Rebecca, so that's why I have all my cooldowns and I don't have my Big Mom's verse ability ready. And with Reiju, she's actually replaceable with literally anyone that can remove defense up and damage reduction. Something like Legend Jinbei would work really, really well. But because I was using the free-to-play Halloween Luffy, I thought bringing Reiju would be a lot of fun. She's been very available for quite a while now with the V2, what do they call it? The V2 Germa batch. So there is that option. And because we are using Halloween Luffy on this stage against Kinemon to give ourselves a 3x chain lock, as well as use the A support to remove the bind, we can actually get the double effect of Reiju as our captain has a TND orb and is a powerhouse character. We can then use the Big Mom special to turn those TND orbs into recovery orbs. We can get an orb boost with the Law support. Not really essential, but like it helps out with damage. And then finally, we can just use the Pudding special. Like I said, Pudding's basically just here just to give yourself some extra cooldowns to make the run a little bit quicker. But you can literally just replace her with any other int unit that has some sort of like orb seal reduction. That should work absolutely fine. If you have Iron though, obviously just put Iron down the bottom somewhere and her double special will just take care of that Kinemon stage. But the whole idea of this particular team was to showcase that you can do it if you don't have Iron. There are some things that just you need to sort of take into consideration though. On the final stage against Shinobu, she has a perfect barrier, 1 perfect. She also rolls our specials back, gives us paralysis, special blind, attack down, a whole bunch of nasty stuff. So with the super typing of Bonney, thanks to the fact that we are using Luffy, means that we can actually get her super typing. Her super typing is going to give her cooldowns. We can then use her special to get a 2.5 times attack boost, chain lock. We have orb boost carryover with Big Mom. We have color affinity with the support of Nami. And with that, we're just going to say goodbye to our girl Shinobu. I actually missed one of my perfects here, so like this damage output is not like correct. But as you can see, like we have so much damage that it really doesn't matter too much. Let's move on to the final team now, the no stall team. Probably the team that I'll be using to farm the rest of this event with. Alright, so the final team of the video is a hybrid verse Ace and Bonney team. So this is the team, these are the supports, let's dive in. Now this particular team is a no stall team. So I am going to sort of make my way through the entire run. And we're just going to talk about the team and there's some things I need to say about it while we actually do that. So this particular team, I did get inspiration from my boy Captain Papi while he was streaming yesterday for the limited time that I did have while I was sort of building teams. Unfortunately yesterday I was quite busy. And I didn't have enough time to sit down and properly record, but I did have enough time to catch my boy Papi's stream. Make sure to head over to Twitch, hit him up with a follow. Make sure to hit up the GGP podcast too if you guys haven't done so already. The guy's an absolute wizard, and he does a lot for the community, so make sure to go send him some love. But he mentioned that it wasn't his particular team. So if anyone knows like whose original team this is, please let me know in the comment section below because I would love to give them the correct amount of credit. But this particular team that you do see on screen is not the same as the one that Papi was using and not the same one that he did find online. I did give it my own little stump twist. And the big difference was I actually replaced Chopper with Stampede Buggy. I do think Stampede Buggy is just a little bit better, namely because he has fear resistance and then you don't really have to worry about the versatility, sorry, the super typing of Bonney too much, but you can easily use Chopper. That is another option for you guys. I've already used Chopper in a couple other teams as well, so I did want to change it up a little bit as well. As you guys saw there, once we hit the Raizo stage, we can easily just take out that stage, no issues whatsoever. And then we move on to the next stage against Kinemon. Now, against Kinemon, we are going to use the Bonney special to set the defense to 0, and then we can use Iron to not only remove the defense and the damage reduction, but also remove the bind. As I mentioned, Iron is just an absolute god for this content. She is so damn good. What we're going to do then after that, we are going to use the super typing of Bonney to remove the what's it called? The fear, and then we can stockpile her 3 or 2.5 times attack boost with the special of Pudding. Pudding's great here because she can also give cooldowns, just like we had her in the Big Mom team. She's just great to make the run a lot quicker, and as this is a no-stall team, it does work very nicely. Once we hit the final stage against Shinobu, she's going to give us a full board unfavorable and block slots, paralysis, special bind, rolls our specials back. She does a whole bunch of nasty stuff, but Buggy is really good because he can basically remove all those nasty defects. We can then use Bonney to give ourselves a full... we can use the Pudding to give us a full board of orbs. We've got Ace to give ourselves a chain lock as well as an orb buff. And with the carryover effect that Pudding can provide, we can actually get that attack boost back from Bonney. Finally, we have a 2.25 times color affinity boost with our Luffy and Boa, and with the support of Jinbei, we can actually give ourselves a chain buff mechanic. And when with Barrier Pen, easy peasy, Bob's your uncle, goodbye Shinobu. So, shout out to my boy Papi again, but if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to go down there and smash the like button for me if you're new to the channel too. Hit that big red subscribe button, but guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later!